Yo, you better watch your back. Yo, watch your back. Yo, you better watch your back. Yo, watch your back. Yo, you better watch your back. Yo, watch your back. Yo, you better watch your back. Yo, watch your back. Yo, you better watch your back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another FRZ match day in ESEA Season 57 Advanced. My name is Blakert. As always, I have the one and only Zeph to join me on this wonderful Wednesday evening. And Zeph, FRZ are taking on Brahmas, who, I feel like had some notable names in the past, but currently sit at 6-2 with some lackluster results against One and Goons and Jiaoma Gaming. So going into this one, I think FRZ definitely have the edge.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now it seems like Brahmas are kind of starting to plateau a little bit, maybe even go on the decline. They've kind of reached their peak. They were 6-0 at one point. Now they're down to 6-2. Granted, those two losses were very close. I believe it was a 13-11 against one of Goons and a 16-14 against the other team. That's name is very hard to pronounce. But now they go up against FRZ, and that is a team that is on the rise, currently ranked number 14th overall in ESEA Advanced North America. And I mean, after one that they had on Monday, I mean, they are going to come out swinging.
Yeah, I mean, we touched on it and we got to talk to Sharpie about it. That victory on Monday definitely meant a lot for this FRZ roster. Coming back from Vegas, definitely having that land buff kind of running at their backs. And now they get to continue this streak that they've been on ever since week one, where their second matchup was a win of the season. And then their only win so far and up to this point has been against Demolition, which was their first matchup of Advanced. So I have high hopes for this roster. We're heading to Inferno this time around, and in terms of the map of Inferno, it feels like a very one-dimensional map in terms of how you're supposed to play it. And I think that might lean into the favor of FRZ, as their protocols seem to be there, but it's just a matter of how much they get tested. And considering there's only a limited amount of ways that these two teams can go back and forth on this map, I think that FRZ will walk away with the victory. And no bias here, definitely none.
No bias at all, but I do agree with you. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to approach, in my eyes, how they're going to approach that CT side, especially leaning over towards Banana. I mean, there's a multitude of ways on that CT side how to hold it. A lot of
Mhm.
the time, players, they tend to just let the T's throw those nades, burn them out as much as possible, and then hold those smokes, hold that utility towards the mid, late round, just to kind of force off any sort of exec. But I mean, it's Jack Rowe & Co. Anything can really happen with them. They like to put a little bit of a twist on things. And right now, again, Inferno into the cards. FRZ will be starting on that T side against Brahmas on that CT.
Yeah, and we got to see Brox have a wonderful little bit of impact on that matchup against Olympus. However, Sharpie kind of stole the show, and so I'll be looking for Brox to get very active on with that op on this map of Inferno.
Off the bat, bit of gunfire exchange up towards brackets. Too crazy. They played it pretty slow though.
Yeah, it is a very interesting kind of slow-paced pistol round from FRZ. It feels like it might end up going towards the B side, but it all depends on how much contact they take after creeping across the half wall. But look at the flank that Slash is already on, trying to gather information. If FRZ aren't quick enough to the gun, then they might be caught with their pants down.
Jack was looking at it. Oh, but instantly eliminated though. Toasty with a quick trade in retaliation. And that might throw a wrench into the plans of this exec, is now FRZ looking to rotate back towards A as Far has spotted the mid-aggression, the mid-presence. The lead backs off, but the bomb is still located towards top Banana, so maybe FRZ are trying to do the bait and switch. Force the rotations off as Ecstasy has rotated over, but it's still going to be a 2-2 setup on the CT side.
Yeah, I think there's room for FRZ to creep their way into the site. You can see a little bit of an awkward rotation from Ecstasy trying to juggle those USPs, but the dual Berettas from Jumble finally making an appearance. Jenny has a P250 in hand, but it's essentially a meat grinder as FRZ try to make their way onto this B site.
Yeah, Jenny's trained onto that new box position. He knows exactly where Jumble's going to be, but Jenny finds an opener on the luck. That's going to put the pressure on a Jumble with the dualies, and it'll sing out loudly. Brock's soon to fall. Brahmas will find that pistol.
I enjoyed the strategy that FRZ were trying to approach this round with in terms of trying to draw that rotation back to the A site, and it did work for just a brief moment in time, but as soon as kind of the realization set in and the CT smoke started flying over, Brahmas had every instinct as to where that hit was going to end, so they're going to look to press this agenda all the way through and through. SMGs all the way across. Farg, however, does have the M4A4 and an HE grenade on the belt, so if I'm assuming that's going to get tossed down Banana. And an early Molotov from Slash will force FRZ into making a fast decision, and it looks like that decision is going to be to run right up towards brackets, but the defensive smoke definitely not working them any favors. Toasty has a very interesting position, but you can also see that FRZ are not putting any face towards Banana, towards Car, or towards this B site. So it's a matter of time until Brahmas go for those brackets reclear. And considering that Slash is already kind of jiggling the angle, not necessarily a need for it, and there's no utility from FRZ either, so this hit made all that more difficult.
Yeah, creeping their way on through. Jenny looking to lead the charge, but the nade will blow that smoke, give his position away, and so will Archway. We'll find Sharpie. It's a nade as the MP9s will do the work needed. Looking to have a flawless round here as Brahmas just now only taking a bit of damage there on towards Slash. It's going to be Toasty and Brox with the pistols. I mean, not a terrible round by any measure. Just if they're able to find one here, it would be at least something to work with going forward. Get rid of one of these SMGs, force one of the Brahmas players to buy up. Oh, and there was the chance. Toasty doesn't end with a dig, but man, all 5 alive.
Yeah, all 5 alive. Not much you can ask for when your pistol's against the SMGs. So going forward into round number 3, I'm expecting FRZ to try and change up the pace at least somewhat. And that's one thing that I kind of want to touch on that we talked about with Sharpie on Monday, it was, when they played against Olympus, is that some of these FRZ players tend to get a little bit in their heads, and so if they start off on the wrong foot, there's an opportunity for Brahmas to kind of run away with this one, but I definitely think that there's nothing FRZ is incapable of doing in terms of slowing their roll, trying to change up their play style, and really stick to their own game plan. And you can already see that display right now as Toasty is showing some aggression towards Banana. You can see the split aggression as well towards top brackets. And considering there's not much utility being put behind any of this presence, it feels like it's going to be up to Brahmas to really collect that information.
Sharpie. Here's the sound of 2 players towards lane. That might give a sense of what this A setup looks like.
Immediate rotation towards Banana also.
Yeah, I don't really want to test it. They're really trying to lean towards this B site here. Hear the utility. There's that late smoke to hold them back for another 15 seconds. Fark still has his in play as well. Is Jenny looking to lurk out brackets, trying to find an opener towards A. Maybe force player out into the action. Ecstasy's going to be boosted up, though. Sharpie taking a bold peek. Only that smoke separates him and his demise. Out. There's one for Ecstasy. In air, a bit of a miss input, I imagine, as Brox will get that quick trade. Now they start to overwhelm. And it ends up into a 3-on-3, but Brox is tagged low. The SMGs need to do the work. The Sharpie looks to lead the charge. Not to clear Slash. You're not able to clear that corner, but Toasty will find him. Gets the bomb down, though, with plenty of time. Position with Jumble and Farg looking to close the gap. Brox into the 1v2, not able to connect. And there we go. Brahmas with another nice round to kind of clutch out there. It was getting very crucial at the very end.
Yeah, and the fact that Slash goes completely unchecked, especially on that entry, feels a little bit unacceptable. And as a result, we see 2 AK-47s being recovered for this Brahmas lineup. And I feel like a broken record because I bring it up on every single cast we do together. But the AKs on the CT side, ever so important, and especially on a map like Inferno, where it feels like Banana is just an absolute meat grinder for those AKs, especially if you're going for that top car peak. There's an opportunity for that same kind of play towards brackets if the crossfire is set up and established. And FRZ already not having too much to work with. Sharpie's going to be on the hero AK, 2 Tech 9s, 2 Desert Eagles, and Brock's going to be carrying a majority of this utility. But you can also see that Brahmas have already changed up their setup quite a bit, sitting at that 3-2 start towards B. Flash is going to be the immediate rotation back towards this A site. And Farg is getting a little bit dangerous, but Jenny not able to connect the shot with the Desert Eagle. Will put a pause to the plans, but Farg should look to get aggressive down Banana, especially considering that bottom Banana smoke is there.
And out apps will be denied. The AUG sings out. That's that weapon gone. Just the upgraded pistols for the time being for FRZ. But I mean, right now, Brahmas not wanting to give one up. If they've gotten that Banana control, the smoke down deep, nobody's going to be home. So it will certainly cause a rotation here momentarily, but they've actually opted to stay put. Through brackets comes the freeze.
feel like this pause. I feel like this pause from Brahmas definitely acceptable.
Yeah, no, I respect it there, but Luck will disrespect Jackro, but Jenny with a bit of an opening into the round to give himself a chance, but Luck will at least find one before he goes down. Jumble and Farg now for the retake against Jenny and Brox. They have plenty of time to get the bomb down, farm some cash, even pick up the AUG. So smoke towards Moto. Deny any visibility towards that position, but it might not matter much, as Brahmas will be leaning towards lane. Call has not been made yet. They haven't made the sound cue, but Brox is posted up here in mini pit. Jenny anticipating from a long angle. Staying on this position, but the crossfire does not work out. It's going to be a clean retake here for Brahmas.
Yeah, I felt like Jenny could have had a little bit more of an optimal position on that site, or on that post plant. A little bit tucked in the corner. It does force a wide swing, but as soon as the wide swing comes in, it's a clear towards mini pit where Brox was residing. And now my next question becomes, how do FRZ counteract the aggressive banana control that Brahmas have been taking, whether that's with just brute forcing all the way through half wall, but Luck already has that AWP, so that task becomes a little bit more difficult. And that's really the question that lies in my mind, is how does FRZ really counteract that banana control? Because it feels like Brahmas, as soon as they establish the banana control, and kind of what I was touching on in terms of the pause of the rotations, they knew they were against upgraded pistols, so there wasn't too much of an issue with actually delaying those rotations, but still, Brahmas have that op-up, 2 AK-47s, plenty of utility, and FRZ haven't found a foothold whatsoever on their T side, so what will this response look like? How will they try to enter into this round number 5?
Gotta make their stand here, FRZ. Want to let the money start to run away for that CT side, but here comes Toasty looking to find that opener though, but it's going to be everybody. Flashbang not able to connect whatsoever, unfortunately for him. Now has to sit back in his chair and watch the rest of the round play out. Jenny looks to have a turn at getting that opener though, but Ecstasy is going to be able to hold strong with one. Slash through the smoke, finds another, and he's holding brackets all by his lonesome. And now Brox, 1 versus 3. Trying to make something happen here. Able to get the bomb down. The walls are closing in around him. Farg coming up middle. The rest of his teammates coming through Moto. Flashing down. He's able to spot one. Able to find that headshot though, but Brox anticipating maybe another one though. It's going to be the spray transfer. It's the brick wall of Brox as he gets the 1 versus 3, and FRZ are get around.
That is an unacceptable round for Brahmas to lose. I mean, you even saw Brox on the turnaround from the flashbang, still a little bit disoriented, expecting that double swing from brackets. And I mean, to touch on what was happening earlier in that round, Toasty with I feel like the play was there, just a little bit of a wild spray on that AK, but holy, Brox just putting on that solo display. And I mean, isolating the 1v1s at that, because we saw that first brackets fight didn't come his way. And the second peak wasn't necessarily an isolated duel, but considering Brahmas were late on the double peak through the Moto smoke, kind of set Brox up for success.
Ooh, well, right off the back of that, Jumble find that opener though. Chakra goes down to follow suit. And, okay, Farg. Oh no, it's just absolutely collapsed here for FRZ. As through the smoke, to make the magic happen, Jenny, now it's your turn to clutch, but unfortunately it's just too much. As Farg will close it out.
Yeah, Farg closes it out. I don't think he knew that he had an MP9 at the end of that round, but AWP will be recovered. Jumbo going to be recycled, that MP9, and talk about fast round of Counter-Strike. I mean, it was just an absolute display from Jumble to spray through the smokes down bottom. Banana finds 2 kills, one of those being Brox. And it feels like Brox has been one of those key pieces of firepower for this FRZ lineup, whether it's with the op, whether it's with the rifle. And speaking of firepower, Jacko's been kind of absent in this half.
Hasn't really had the greatest of starts here. That might be a good start. If they find the opener on B, Farg's going to be overwhelmed by the onslaught of pistols and the SMGs, but Platts's been able to go in the fight, been able to make some magic happen, and it's going to be an absolute slaughter fest. This is Jackro, the man we said that needs to step up here for FRZ. Last alive, 1 versus 4, Deagle in hand. But the bomb is down. And they all know where he will lie in wait, hoping someone goes aggressive, hoping someone makes a mistake here. Spark might be the first one to make that mistake, but it's a team kill from Luck. As it's unlucky for FRZ, as once again Brahmas with a strong 6-1 lead.
Yeah, Luck wanting to make sure that Jackro still sits on that donut, takes out his own teammate, and does kind of play into the finances of FRZ. Jackro won't receive the bonus for the kill on that. But talk about a great retake from Brahmas, or a great sight hold. Slash was immediate with the rotation back through Moto, or back through Speedway, rather, and offered up that flashbang over the top of Farg and really kind of let him shine. In round 8, though, FRZ do have a full buy through and through. Toasty can be put under a lot of pressure, but has support from Brox, and now that is the B defense weakened ever so slightly. Considering that Brahmas have started this 3-2 setup early on, it doesn't really make an effect in how this late round should play out, and it feels like Farg is completely aware that Toasty's sitting barrels.
Yeah, this is starting to fall apart here. Pretty quick pace. As just Brahmas are able to find these openers so convincingly. Right now, I mean, what could FRZ really do here to get back into this, Blake?
I'll hold that thought for a second. Jack was going for the hard clear and actually turns away, but Jenny's immediate with the trade. To answer your question, though, it feels a little bit awkward because the CT side of Inferno isn't necessarily known for playing super aggressive, and that's something that Brahmas have been doing really well, so I'm not sure how they can actually counteract it. Flash, however, puts the cherry on top. 2 headshots, gives us the Brazil scoreline at 7-1, and walks away with 2 HP to his name. And kind of giving that question some further thought, Zeph, it feels like FRZ are attempting to do the right thing in terms of waiting for the expenditure of utility and waiting for, you know, all the aggression that Brahmas are putting towards their faces, but FRZ just haven't had the shots to connect, I think, is the key point. I don't necessarily think it's a matter of them not doing anything right. I think it's just a matter of them not hitting the shots that are needing to be hit.
Yeah, it does seem that way, and, well, 7-1 scoreline. Taking a moment to talk things over, figure things out. And I mean, you mentioned previously, FRZ have a bit of trouble maybe getting into their heads sometimes. Now they just kind of stay out of it. They got to stay in the game. Not let the slip too far away now.
Attack timeout was called at the beginning of this round for FRZ. Luck, however, going for an aggressive peek down mid and will get rewarded for his troubles. Already FRZ find themselves in the man disadvantage, but Jackro's shoulder is peeking out, and he does eat a lick of damage and takes even more from the HE grenade, so a rough and rocky start for this FRZ lineup. Oh, but look at this rotation all the way back.
Yeah,
This feels like... It feels like what I was talking about earlier in terms of FRZ needing to wait for this banana aggression than to try to retake it. But the crossfire and the protocols that both Farg and Jumble have been displaying, and I mean even the setup right here with Jumble on top of Car and Farg just playing anti-flash on the half wall, feels like it's going to work wonders for them.
Farg able to find a nice double. Will at least find one and another. Got some utility to work with here. Can upgrade to the A4 and smoke that CT cross as well. But at this point, you're up 7-1. I don't think they're going to respect Jenny too much in this. Yeah, through the smoke, fully blind. Slash connects. 8-1 now. And Jackro still yet to frag 0-9. This is not the type of game you want. I mean, granted, we have to take a moment to kind of talk about this, right? It's only BO1s at this point for ESEA League. And it's 14 across 7 weeks. Right now, FRZ, they're 6-1. They go 6-2. It is not the end of the world, obviously. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the magic number for them to qualify for playoffs is 9, maybe 10 to be absolutely safe. But I think right now, FRZ are in a good spot. They can afford to lose 1 or 2 here and there. But like getting a win tonight, you go up 7-1. That would definitely make your life a lot easier about at the halfway mark through the season. Right now, it's going to be the spray for Sharpie and Jackro as he's entering the board now. As the A site has been taken, this is the strongest round we've seen out of FRZ so far in this game, as they're looking to execute everybody on Brahmas. and really put them onto the back foot. Now Fark looking for that bold peek. Find Sharpie. Now looking to retreat, but Jenny will not allow it to happen. So Jumble last alive, looking to save the A1S. And even going up 8-1, I mean, at this point, money for Brahmas isn't too fantastic, I would say. I mean, sure, Luck and Slash will be able to drop some over to Farg and Jumble if he should go down, but you know, I mean, back in the day, you'd think 8-1 scoreline, maybe some players already up at max money.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I also touch on, you know, from Frag Vegas, where we got to talk to JT about playing disrespectful against teams that are kind of running it down your throats, and that's what I think kind of built up to this convincing round from FRZ. I mean, it was just an all-out brash push all the way up towards brackets from Jackro and from Sharpie. Did result in those 2 kills. Nonetheless, Brahmas did have a little bit of a lackluster positioning. And so FRZ maybe looking to continue with a little bit of that same pace, trying to just run it all the way through. Are looking for another round on the board, and Brox has that magical AWP, but he'll have to contest against Luck, and Luck currently sits at 10-5, and feels like other than Farg has been a main piece of this Brahmas defense.
And of course, to be reckoned with 18-5, my goodness. An absolute nuisance for FRZ over towards that B-bomb site. And right now, I mean, if FRZ are able to close the next 2 rounds, maybe even get at least 1, right? It's not the end of the world. They're still able to have some maneuverability around the next half. Right now, Jenny able to find 1 though, but Luck and Ecstasy with a quick trade and retaliation to reclaim that man advantage. Now it's going to be up to Ecstasy. He's essentially going to be alone on this A site as everybody's going to start rotating over. Poor Brahmas. Out, able to find 1, looking to find a second one though, but Slash keeps from the smoke, able to find him, and it's just absolutely shut down. 9 on the board for Brahmas.
Yeah, and one thing that I feel like the individuals of Brahmas have been really good at doing is turning away from the flashbangs, and that feels like a little bit of a minute detail to throw into the wind, but every single flashbang that FRZ have thrown has been missed, mainly because each of the individual players has time to turn away from it, and I kind of think that ties into how FRZ were able to find a round win in terms of just playing that fast-paced style of Counter-Strike that is kind of unintuitive in terms of Inferno, but I definitely want to give props to those Brahmas players for being able to turn from them. And this is a little bit of a repeat, but Luck hits an absolute slammer of the shot. Takes the head off of the shoulders of Sharpie, but Jacko's going to look to lead this charge, and the Molotov does end up hitting backside.
Okay. Slash getting a little bit aggressive there. They get gifted 1, but Toasty with the whip around. Takes down Fard, brings it back into an even situation. But Ecstasy still lurking up here in Palace, and I think Jenny is looking to sniff him out. Might be able to spot the head, but just barely able to make his way back behind the wall. They still do have Toasty lurking around the library there somewhere. Jumble's aware of this, though. Luck has to try and find this. This kill's going to be oh so massive. The time is going to be on the side of Jumble as Toasty looks away, as Luck has made all the noise possible. Now it's going to be Ecstasy to make his presence known in apartments. Jenny needs to find his frag, and it's not going to go his way as the round collapses. It's going to be a 10-2 half.
Yeah, a little bit of a awkward exchange out towards Archway, but still, I mean, the fact that Ecstasy goes not unchecked, but is able to completely tuck there in long haul does give a great deal of doubt into the minds of FRZ, especially when it comes to whether or not he's rotated out. And Ecstasy just on that late activation did apply the right amount of pressure. Jenny wasn't able to hit the shot, so he got burnt to the crisp. And that completely opened up that Moto retake. So as we head into the second half, FRZ definitely have to start off on the right foot in terms of this pistol to be able to pull off this win, because right now they're staring down the barrel of an 8-round deficit. But CT side of Inferno, if you're able to play your cards right, I definitely feel has some surprises in store, but Brahmas already... what is going on over here in T-Spawn? They're just playing super passive towards alt mid.
This would be
Oh, no.
massive. Oh, Lord, Slash. Raising a bit of a question mark here as to where FRZ lie. I mean, this is it looks like a completely different team we're watching compared to what we saw on Monday. Absolutely tested to the limit, able to come out on top. And right now, Jumble and Co. They're just picking them apart one by one by one. There's Jacko and Jenny, double J's. Need to at least find something here, but Farg once again lights up the board. Jenny has to do it all, it seems. 1 versus 5. Is the bomb moments away from being planted. Expressive's been found. Ecstasy and the rest of Brahmas looking to close the distance between Jenny, and it's going to be another flawless pistol for Brahmas.
Yeah, and you have to think, if FRZ don't go forcing into this next round, it's essentially map point or match point given up for Brahmas. So it kind of lies a question of, do FRZ want to fully commit into a force buy, give up that 12, and then not have a chance on the last round of play? And that is exactly what's going to happen, but the utility that Toasty has to be placed properly out towards Banana. Sharpie has the signature Mag 7, and we've seen him work wonders before, but that was also in Season 56 main. Made down, bottom Banana does find a home on Ecstasy and Jumble, but still, great deal of presence being shown from the Brahmas, and even still trying to push forward in terms of this Banana take.
Well, they're playing this slowly. They know FRZ have to force buy into this. They know they're going to have upgraded weapons. Good news for Brahmas, they're not going to walk into the Mag 7, but Toasty's got all this information towards T-Apps. That's going to cause this rotation to rotate over, but the SMGs will be the superior weapons in this case. And now the B site falling apart. Jacko's able to get a get through the smoke. We've got the quick flank of Sharpie with the Mag 7. Double's going to be aware of this, though, and he is that half HP player. That could give Sharpie the opportunity, and it's not going to matter much as he goes down. Jenny and Jackro once again, 2 versus 4. Only a smoke on Jenny to work with. No kit in play. As Ecstasy looks to shut things down before it can even begin the chance of a retake. Jackro, last alive, once again. Going to have to make some magic happen. The magic might be gone. He's able to find 2 at least before going down. Able to put a dent in the economy. But Brahmas find map point.
Yeah, Brahmas find map point. FRZ right back into the same financial situation that they were in the last. Sharpie's going to rebuy that Mag 7. Jacko's going to be the only rifle that FRZ do have. And, I mean, it feels like their backs are against the wall. They're kind of stuffed into the corner, especially considering that they forced into that last round, will not have any finances to work with here. And Jackro actually opts for the MP9 and plenty of utility, which I feel like I like a lot better than the M4. But considering that Brahmas have just been completely brash with their style of Counter-Strike, it does not fare for a good fight for this FRZ lineup. Brock's able to separate heads from shoulders onto luck. But AK-47s and plenty of utility is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, able to find 1 at least. That is the plus. Right now, Henry still favors Brahmas as they want to exec onto this bomb site off the bat, off the rip. Arkin's been taken down very low, so we'll jump. Oh, he does a little bit of damage, only 3 points across the board. This is where the SMGs should be able to shine bright.
Yeah, an immediate evacuation route, though, from Brahmas. Sharpie's going to be the sole proprietor of this A defense. Has Brock's close by in arches, but has to find a timing through long haul. If Farg is able to activate and take out some of these FRZ members, then it does prove to be a free rotation point. But look at this. Brahmas, off the back of not necessarily a lot of information, are going to run it right back towards this B site and completely avoid that timing that I mentioned about Sharpie earlier. And so Farg looking for this swing out. And he does find the spot, but this hit is going to be fast underway.
Yeah, Toasty able to find 1 though. 20 seconds remaining. Probably want to close this out. It's going to have to be here. It's going to have to be now. As Exity's able to find 2. Almost finds the 3rd. For Jenny's just 1 step ahead with the Deagle as FRZ find their first CT.
Yeah, find their first CT, find their 3rd in this matchup, but how much longer is this going to last is my question.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to sit here and be the bearer of bad news, but that prior round definitely felt like an act of desperation from FRZ. I like the fact that they didn't go rotating off the back of no noise, but I still want to see a more convincing round, and it might come to fruition here, considering that Brahmas have upgraded pistols and 1 AK in the hands of Slash, but Brahmas have been great about their spacing, great about their team play and their coordinated peaks, and if that's ever going to help them, it's going to be here and now when they only have upgraded pistols.
Yeah, and well, the upgraded pistols will find the opening as well, so things are looking a bit costly on this side of FRZ. And now at this point here, I mean, they don't really have to go aggressive. They can just kind of hit the pause button. Let FRZ make the mistake at this point. I mean, they've got Toasty down Banana already, finding that really aggressive. They're about to go into the game once again. Jacko's able to find a double. He's got to make the scan right here and right now. He finds the Jumble with the Tech 9, able to find one though with Brox. Last alive, onward towards his A bombs, but Jumble's almost out of ammo. Brox somehow still alive and kicking, and shots he's not taken down there. Okay.
Yeah, there was a whip around where there was a possibility for him to find a Tech 9 shot to the side. But FRZ do walk away with a 4th. Brahmas don't have a lot of money to work with either, and so I'm wondering if they're going to continue with these 4 spy wars, is what I like to call them, in terms of Brahmas continuing to try and press the agenda with the upgraded pistols. But I don't know, it feels a little bit awkward. FRZ starting to finally get their roll. Sharpie getting shut down very aggressively in that early stages of round number 16. But Brox has the op, and we have high praise for Brox's op, so it'll have to come to fruition here and now.
Here and now. This is the point where, I mean, FRZ, they're not allowed any mistakes at this point. Even if they make just one minute. That might be the game in itself. Sharpie's in a good position with the Mag 7 for the time being. Looking to stick to it. We've got the AWP on Brox as well. It's going to be the full next spy here. Here comes the Deagle. They've heard that Mag 7 scene out. They want to try and press the issue over towards Brox and Archway. He's able to find one, looking to find a second one though, but Jacko's able to find one of his own. And he runs out of ammo, has to whip out that pistol, but that's where Luck is going to capitalize. And the Mag 7 to Sharpie is stuck in the reload. The Slash peeks out, but there it is. Able to find it. FRZ will recover in a jumping Swag 7 from Sharpie as well, just to add a little flair to it. FRZ stay alive just a little bit longer.
I would have liked to see FRZ go down Banana rather than full rotating back through spawn. But still, hindsight is 2020. Sharpie's going to still reside on that Mag 7, which feels understandable. No need to waste any money that could be used in the future, but that is only if FRZ still have a future in this game. Putting 5 on the board, definitely something to be talked about, considering that they lost the pistol round and lost the one after, so creates an interesting position for FRZ to be in. Brock's still on that op. Interestingly enough, though, Brox is starting towards this B site, and feels like you're not going to have much impact unless you're just going for that peek towards car, which definitely he is not, just offering a little bit bits and pieces of utility. But FRZ just have to kind of stall out towards this A site until they're able to get this rotating op back into position. And as Brox arrives, Jackro will be sent back over to Moto, Sharpie maintaining residence on the long haul. Brahmas already looking to kind of fake their presence towards A, and looks like they're trying to go back up towards Banana once the smoke dissipates.
Yeah, if Jenny goes down here as well, I mean, FRZ, they've bought into this. They bought into that A hit, and now it might come back to bite them. As Jenny's having to force to retreat back towards CT position. He's got a bit of a smoke, though, to kind of play into this, to hopefully have Brahmas respect this. The nade raid's out, and actually they're doubling back. They're going back towards this A site, looking to cause a bit of confusion here, but FRZ, they've pushed themselves in towards apartments and lane, and the rotate's already coming in from Archway. So Archway is open to the taking. Jack was able to find one, though, but it's going to be a nice kill for Slash to find. As Sharpie
has a timing.
He's going to be the man of the round. He's got to do it here for FRZ. Able to find one, though. Mag 7 only able to get the dink here on a far. Not able to close out, but Luck might be the one to do it as well. Toasty and Jenny last alive. 2 versus 2. Keep the dream to keep this comeback a possibility. Tharg, the man who's 21-10, who was an absolute rock to the side of Brahmas, might be the rock that keeps on rolling. As he's whipping out the pistol against Toasty, and he's able to close it 13-5. Absolute domination out of Farg.
I mean, we talked about it. Farg just absolutely doing all of the heavy lifting for this Brahmas roster. Finished the game at 23-10. So unfortunately, FRZ will not walk away with the victory. And I talked about it. It kind of felt like FRZ were a little bit lackluster in terms of hitting the shots. It didn't necessarily feel like they were doing anything wrong strategically. It just felt like specifically on that T side, there were key moments where free kills were given towards FRZ and they just weren't able to capitalize.
Yeah, it felt a little bit lackluster, unfortunately, and I hate to put it like that, but I would argue that I think the players would agree with me on the side of FRZ. It just didn't really seem like anything was going their way.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, for Jacko as well, he wasn't really his best game. Started 0-9. He was able to make some of that momentum back on that CT side, but unfortunately, the game was just far too gone at that point. And I mean, you could tell, maybe if they had more rounds on that T side, maybe it could have gone a bit more as they felt a little. It seemed like they felt a bit more comfortable on CT, but on that T side, it just felt like Farg had every step of the way. He was an absolute force to be reckoned with towards top banana.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, not much you can really do, especially when, and I keep calling back to it, but when you and I got to speak with JT was definitely talking about playing a disrespectful style of Counter Strike when you're not really having anything go your way. And we saw glimpses of that from FRZ on their T side with the aggressive brackets pushes. And we even saw a little bit of that on the CT side with their brackets reclears, but not too much action and not too much actual capability towards that B side, I think is what kind of sealed the deal from them.
Yeah, unfortunately. And well, with that, I mean, FRZ, they will get their second loss of the season. They will drop down to 6-2, but they are still I believe they are 17th place, 17th, 20th place overall. So it's not the end of the world for them whatsoever. Again, I believe that magic number for them to make playoffs confirmed is 10 wins. They're about halfway through the season at this point. So, I mean, they've still got plenty of time to at least get those 4 wins needed. And I mean, coming up, I mean, they should have a couple nice games as well. I mean, they've got Phantom Sense on, or excuse me, they've got Xiaoma Gaming tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They've got Phantom Sense on Sunday, May 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then 8:30 p.m. on Monday, May 11th at Club 333. So I think if they're able to win at least two of the three of them, I think they're in a fantastic spot.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. Like you already kind of touched on, it's not too much to really beat yourself up on, especially when we still are at the halfway point of the ESEA season. So definitely some things to patch up, I think, in terms of the game plan on Inferno. But definitely the rest of the season to look forward to. But Zeph, with that, we are gonna skip the interview because we did a losers interview one time and it didn't feel too great. But nonetheless, um, that's going to be it from us over here on the FRZ unit channel. As always, my name is Blakert. I've had the wonderful Zeph to join me and help guide you through the action. And we've also had Exploding behind the cameras, giving you all the fancy camera angles. And we will catch you tomorrow, May 7th at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern for FRZ versus Xiaoma Gaming in round number 9 of ESEA Season 57 Advanced.